Well, hello, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend. Welcome back to the channel. Girl, I know I disappear and then I pop up like every other month. I'm so sorry, but I came back and guess what? I went on Amazon and I bought like 200 toe tips. Girl, yes, 200 toe tips. I know you're probably staring at them and you're like, girl, what are you gonna do with these? They look hella wangas and they look really like flimsy, but girl, let me show you how to take these ugly little tips and turn them into this. Look at that shine, girl. And also, I'm gonna give you a tip on how I make my videos super shiny, but wait till the end. And look, I even took my toe tips out to the bar, girl. I got so many compliments. Everybody loved my toes, girl. Go get your toes done. Come home with the man. Okay. But before we get started, I want to explain to you guys why I bought 200 toe tips on Amazon. And the reason was because I found myself purchasing the Kiss toe tips from like Ulta and Walmart over and over and over and over again. And if you know, and if you're in California, these toe tips are pretty expensive, girl. They're like $13 to $17 and there's only 30 of them in the pack. And I changed my toe tips more than I changed my chonies. So girl, I had to do something about it. So I came up with a solution. This hack that I came up with, your toe tips will last you about 3 to 4 weeks. So if you want to learn how I transform my toes into something like this, stick around. I do have to give a little bit of a disclaimer though before I get started, because YouTube always turns off my comments. My channel is not meant for children. My channel is meant for the general audience, and I am a DIY nail artist. So yeah, so have fun on my channel and don't take everything too seriously, okay? And if my comments get turned off, don't forget to hit me up on Instagram, please, so I could turn them back on. Thank you. Okay, now let's get started with the nail prep. You are going to be following along. My favorite type of glue to use on my toes is solid nail glue. And the reason why I always recommend using solid nail glue when you do like a gel-X method on your toes is because it gets in all of the nooks and crannies and it doesn't leave any gaps. You will see when we start to work with it how well it works. And this glue, the one on the left, the one that's called Nail Lift, I will be linking it down in my description box below. That glue, friend, it makes my toes last 3 to 4 weeks, so I definitely recommend you get it if you love to switch up your toes a lot. Your toenails, you know what I mean? And now the time has come for you guys to see my busted long finger toes. Ew, look at my toes, girl. The other day I went out to the bar and some guy stepped on my foot and broke my toenail. So let's give these little babies a makeover. So let's get started with the prep. I know I said that a long time ago, but let's get for real started. You know, I'll be yapping and talking. So you guys can't see right now because it's off frame, but I just sprayed my toes down with some isopropyl alcohol just to dehydrate my toes and to also clean them up a little bit, because I have been wearing chanclas all day. I've been running errands, girl. I've been stomping, going to Target, going to Walmart, all that good stuff. And after spraying, I am going to push back all of the dead skin and cuticle off of my toenails. You want to get rid of as much dead skin or cuticle on your nail because that is what produces oil and will cause lifting on your nail. So try to push back as much as you can and do so gently. This process is not supposed to hurt at all, and you are not supposed to see any blood. B-L-L-O-D. Oh, B-L-L. Oh my gosh, I can't even spell, girl. I'm dyslexic. B-L-O-O-O-D. Anyways, like I was saying, now after I'm done pushing back all of my cuticles, I am going to take my cuticle clipper and I'm going to trim off all of the dead white skin off of my toes. And like I said, please do this gently. This is not supposed to hurt and you're not supposed to prick yourself while doing so. So yeah. I've cleaned up all of my toesies from all the dead skin and all the dry stuff. I am now going to go in with a buffing block. I went over my toes with a little bit of, ¿cómo se dice? What do you call it again? Some cuticle oil, and I just buffed the whole entire surface of my nail. This hack, putting oil over your natural nails when buffing them, it helps me get rid of any excess dry skin on my toes, and it really cleans them up really good. And once they are nice and buffed, this is what they look like. Girl, I don't know why the heck this clip is on slow-mo. Oh, okay, girl. Now I'm gonna smack my toe. Oh, okay, girl. Smack. Well, anyways, once I this is so funny. I'm so sorry. I can't concentrate. Once I have done clipping and cleaning my toes, look how clean they are. Look how happy I am. Now it's time to spray them with isopropyl alcohol once more to give them a good cleaning and also to dehydrate them and get rid of any excess oils, because you need your toes to be super dry before you apply any product on them. And once I am done cleaning and prepping my toes, now I am going to move on and I'm going to clip them down. If you want a little bit more extra grip on your with your tips, I recommend using a dehydrator. A really good dehydrator is by LGN Pro, and I'll be linking it down in my description box below. And here's kind of like where I make a little bit of a mistake. Right after I was done prepping my toes, I thought that I needed to clip down my toenails a little bit. However, I clipped them down a little bit too short, girl. Look at them. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess that'll do. You don't have to clip them down as short as I did, but if you want to, you can. However, I don't recommend. And now I am going to move on and I'm going to apply my base coat. By the way, friends, please ignore my hairy toes. I didn't shave them before I decided to do this tutorial, but I will shave them once I'm done. You know what I mean? We gotta make our toes pop, make them look fancy. When applying base coat on your toes, you want to get it on your whole entire nail bed. However, you don't want to get it on your skin. I accidentally got some on my skin a couple of times because I clipped my nails a little bit too short. So please don't clip your nails too short, and as soon as you get product on your skin, wipe it off. And before you put it in the UV lamp, wipe it off with some isopropyl alcohol or something, you know, friend, any skin safe solution, so that you don't set it on your skin. And once I'm done applying my base coat, I'm going to set my toes in my UV lamp for about 60 seconds. And then I'm going to repeat the process on my other foot. By the way, friends, I'm looking for some big sister advice. So I don't know if you guys could see, but my nail beds are a little yellow, and that is because I painted my natural toenails red. And unfortunately, when I took the color off, now my nail beds are stained. I saw on TikTok that you could use a little bit of baking soda and water to remove the yellow. Is that true? Let me know in the comment section down below and help us out with yellow nail beds, because for some reason that red nail polish just doesn't want to leave, girlfriend. But yeah, so now that I am done setting my toes, it's time for the fun part, friend. It's time for the fun part. I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to see these toe tips. So here's the toe tips, and here is the biggest tip, and it kind of fits me a little bit too big. So I'm going to shape it up. I just take it off of the little plastic like this, and this is what the little nail looks like. And now I'm going to shave it up a little bit. I also want to square it up because I like some squared toenails. At this time, I'm not going to make them super square. I'm going to keep them a little rounded. And now here's my favorite part. Now that I have shaved my little plastic tip perfectly, I'm going to take my solid nail glue. I'm so sorry if my solid nail glue is a little dirty. It has like faux fur from like my nail chair, and it has a whole bunch of glitter. I'm going to take my tip and I'm going to dip it in there like it's some guacamole, girlfriend. And I'm just gonna pick it up like that. I need to pick up a little bit more. I use this stuff a lot on my channel, so if you are a beginner, I definitely recommend. It's literally like clear bubble gum. As soon as you put it on your nail, it's stuck and it doesn't move. So as you can see, as soon as I get it on my nail, I'm going to be flattening it down with my fingers. It does get stuck to my gloves a little bit, but it's easy to clean off. And once I have flattened it down, I'm going to place it on my nail like so. Look, and it doesn't move. Perfect. Now I'm going to press it down a little bit. Make sure to get rid of any air bubbles. And look, friend, it looks so flushed. And like I said, this stuff is perfect for beginners because it's not like base coat, so your nail is not going to be wobbly and you don't have to hold it in place. Just put it however you want, make it nice and straight, clean it up, make sure that you don't set any product on your skin, and then you set. And voila, friend, you have a perfect French toe tip. Ew. I honestly really love this solid nail glue. I'm never going back to using base coat for my Gel-X toe method now. This stuff is like super easy, and I love how like once you put it on your toe, it's stuck. You don't have to set it. And as you can see here, I'm using my little UV lamp just to flash cure my my toes really quick. But once I am done putting my toe tips on my nails, I'm going to set my toes in my big UV lamp to super secure them. I honestly don't really trust little tiny flash cure UV lamps to fully set your toes, and I feel like they'll pop off a lot easier if you don't use the big UV lamp, if that makes sense. And if your toe tips are too tiny to dip into the solid nail glue, I also recommend using a little tool to apply the solid nail glue on the back of your tiny toe tips, and boom, just put it on your toe, girl. Works perfectly fine. I also think this hack is perfect for those who don't have a pinky nail. My mom doesn't have a pinky nail, so I know she's absolutely going to love this. Because look, friend, this is what my toes look like right after. They look so expensive. They look like a $120 petty. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to be setting them in my big UV lamp for 60 seconds. And once they're out, I'm going to file them down a little bit because they were a little bit too long. This is what they look like. By the way, excuse my uneven tan all over my foot. Random orange spots all over my feet. My bad. So now I want to bling them out because I want them to pop and I want them to look super bougie. So I'm going to grab my trusty Makarrt Rhinestone glue. If you are a bling girl, you already know you need to have this glue in your kit. I'll be linking it down in the description box below. And I'm going to grab my bling. As you can see, my bling kit looks a mess because I dropped it on the ground, girl, and all my bling went everywhere. So sad. Sad day in Valeriaville. And with my bling pickup tool, I am going to pick up my little flat back gems and I'm going to press it into my nail glue like so. And now this is where I feel like I really messed up this set. So I kind of thought that I would be able to cover up the French with the bling, but I'm really dumb, friend. You could still hecka see the French underneath the bling. But I don't think it feels like it looks that bad. If you are going to try this at home, I recommend grabbing a nail file or like a buffing block and just file the white off of the top of the nail and you will be perfectly fine. And you won't be able to see the French tip underneath. So don't try to cover it up with bling. I mean, I guess it looks okay. This is what it looks like when I was done. Look. I feel like you're way too distracted by the shine to even pay attention that I messed up. You know what I mean? But the toe on the left, you can see a little bit more white. So once I'm done applying the bling, I'm going to set it in my UV lamp for 60 seconds. And when it's out, I'm going to take some isopropyl alcohol and I'm really going to scrub the heck out of my blinged out toes. Just scrub. And look at that shine. The isopropyl alcohol really makes them pop. Look at those toes, friend. These are some expensive sorry, I'm not supposed to say that word. These are some expensive toes. I'm going to grab my bling kit and I'm going to add a little bit more bling on the rest of my toes because you already know I'm extra like that. Now that I'm done adding my finishing touches, I'm going to set my toes in my big UV lamp for 60 seconds for one last final cure. And here is my end result, friend. What do you think? I hope you love it because I love it. To be honest, I kind of love it and I kind of hate it because the perfectionist in me can't get over the fact that you could still see the white French tip if you look really close. But that's only if you look really close. And girl, who's going to be that close up to my feet other than my man? Okay, JK. Don't cancel me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching today's video to the very end. I hope you guys picked up a few tricks and I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys loved today's video. Don't forget to give me a big like and don't forget to subscribe because you guys already know that I'm always finding really like lazy, bougie, inexpensive hacks for us girls to try because I know nails nowadays are expensive, girl. $120 for some toes? No, thank you. We got $120 toes at home, girl. You don't have to go to the salon anymore. You know, your fairy press-on nail godmother Vanity Val is here. Bibbity boppity frippin' blue blitch. You got it. But yeah, these toenails last you about 4 weeks. However, I do recommend that you change them after 2 to 3 weeks. Especially if you wear closed-toe shoes or if you're in the water a lot. I know it's the summertime, so we're all going to be by the lakes, by the waters, by the pools, and we're going to be showering a lot more often. So do switch them out often just so that they could breathe out. But yeah, thank you so much, my beautiful and gorgeous bougie friend, for watching to the very end. I'm so sorry for popping in and popping out every other month. I'm still trying to get my life together, but I'm still here. I love you. See you next week. Mwah. Bye. I'm recording my toes at the grocery store. By the way, bestie, if you stayed all the way into the end and you want to know how I got this super glittery effect without using a filter, I actually turned off all the lights in my house. I turned the flash on my phone, and using my finger, I dirtied up the camera and I got it a little bit greasy. And then I just pressed record and then I got this super glittery effect. I learned how to do this on TikTok. Somebody used glitter like translucent face powder to try to do this effect, but to be honest, the greasiness of your finger works just fine, and it's free, girl. You don't need a filter. Well, all right, thank you so much for sticking to the very end, and I hope you like this hack. I love you, I love you, I love you. Bye. Mwah.